All right, this is what I call the blue notebook. Let's just say, before we start anything, we have the Locomotive Engineering Training Division 216. Some of the contacts are listed in this book. Also, a labor relations manager with CSX. I have her information. We have the Department of Union Files and Forms. Starting with the Labor Organization form, we have a information report for your Labor Organization information report, followed by the Form LM1, Labor Organizational Annual Report, produced only by labor organizations with less than $250,000 in total annual receipts. Labor Organizational Annual Report again. Labor Organization Annual Report. These are all different forms. The Employer Report. Whether it be a corporation, partnership, individual, or other. You sign president right here. Official year reporting. We're not really looking to create a union, but if you want to, I'm looking for the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineering Trainmen, but this would be a trustee report. Some of the liabilities, also covering accounting. Reporting of selection of delegated officers and delegated officers. Terminal of trusteeship report. Another terminal trusteeship. Agreement and activities report. Receipt disbursement report. Labor organization officer employee report. And security company annual report. And now we'll move on to part 2, the apprenticeship agreement. All right, notice that it says the apprenticeship agreement is name and signature for the contracting parties, apprenticeship program sponsor and participating employer, and that's the apprenticeship agreement. The number of hours spent by the application work is on job entitlement base, a description of the skill sets to be attained with the completion of the competency-based program, including on-the-job training component, minimum of the number of hours to be spent in an apprenticeship. Description of the skill set is to be attained in the completion of a hybrid program. The number of hours to be spent related and supplemental instruction is required not to be less than 144 hours per year. And then you'd have an apprenticeship program is designed pursuant to Chapter 6A23 Florida Administration Codes. Every registered apprenticeship program must have at least one registered apprenticeship for the following specified period of time, which is not to exceed 1 year. Quality and the program performance shows the quality assurance and equal opportunity, compliance reviews, completion rates, adherence to program standards, compliance with the rules relating to apprenticeship program standards. And then I highlighted some of these. Remember that chairman is the commissioner of the education for the commissioner designer designees. Department means the Florida Department of Education registered office means for the designing of the authorized act on behalf of the department in the matter of the registration program and apprenticeship agreements, the general supervision of apprenticeship programs with the registered. All right, you have your apprenticeship state council. That was on those 3 different aspects. Then it goes into pre-apprenticeships, which I'm not interested in, but you can find that in 623. All right, the following apprenticeship standards are prescribed for the apprenticeship program in Chapter 6A23. The standard of must contain provisions concerning the following: employment, training of the apprenticeship in the skilled occupation. The term of the apprenticeship of the individual apprenticeship must be measured either through completion of hours of industry studying on the train at least 2,000 hours exclusively with the time spent related to instruction time-based approach and the attainment of the competency-based approach, or a blended of time-based and competency-based approach is a hybrid approach. The hybrid approach is a approach meaning the individual apprenticeship skill, the acquisition through the combination of specified minimum number of hours on the job training, successful demonstration, competency described in the work process schedule. Also, the determination, the standard of apprenticeship determination, appropriately approved the program standard with the program sponsor, subject to the approval of the Department of Determination, appropriately apprenticeship application within the program standards. These show the provisions, work experience on training on the job, allocation of approximate time, minimum of 144 hours each year apprenticeship is required. Such instruction may be given in classroom via the electronic media of the industrial approved correspondence course equivalent or the other forms